Today we're making a no-knead pizza dough inspired by a recipe in Rose Levy Berenbaum's fabulous book, The Bread Bible. Before you watch this video, you should get familiar with Baking Measures 101. Are you comfortable weighing your ingredients? Good, let's get started. The word yeast often gives people heebie-jeebies. So let's address all your yeast worries right up front. The yeast you want to use is SAF instant yeast. You can buy it at Whole Foods and on Amazon. After opening, put your package into a Ziploc bag and store it in the fridge. Not the freezer, the fridge. Make sure you use clean and dry spoons, and this yeast will serve you well for years. You don't need to proof this yeast in warm water or jump through any other hoops. Put it right in with your dry ingredients like salt and sugar. If you have a stand mixer, fit it with a pedal attachment. If not, no worries, I'll show you how to make this dough by hand in the end of the video. We have 226 grams of unbleached all-purpose flour in a bowl here. Let's add 1 teaspoon SAF instant yeast, 1 teaspoon sugar, and 2 teaspoons of Diamond Crystal Kosher salt or 1 teaspoon of table salt. Turn the mix on low speed, the very first nudge for about 15 seconds to mix your dry ingredients. When working with yeast dough, the temperature of water is very important. For this recipe, we need our water at 70 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. If you have a thermometer, use it. If not, think pool water, not hot tub. Pour 158 grams of water into your mixer bowl and mix just until the dough starts to form. Lift the paddle, rearrange the dough using a wet hand so that the dough doesn't stick to you. I'm scraping up all the stuck bits to help bring the dough together as quickly as possible. Now mix just until you clear the sides and bottom of the bowl. Done! With a damp hand, pinch the dough in half and roll each half into a ball. Each ball will make one pizza. It will be very sticky and shaggy, and you'll think that something went terribly wrong. But don't worry, it's all good. I have 2 medium deli containers here with 14 grams of olive oil in each. Any 2-cup container will do. Place the dough balls into the containers and flip to coat with oil. You don't want to mix the oil in. It should stay on the outside of the dough. Press your dough into flat discs and cover with a lid or plastic wrap. Let this dough sit at room temperature just until it starts to rise, 1 to 2 hours, depending on the temperature of the kitchen, and pop it into the fridge overnight. The next day, it will look twice as big, very bubbly, and ready to bake. You can bake with it for the next 5 days. The longer it sits in your fridge, the more flavor it develops. So, no mixer? No problem. You'll have to spend whole 5 minutes making this dough instead of 1. Mix your flour, yeast, sugar, and salt with a spoon. Make a well. Pour in the water. Work the flour from the sides into the water, but keep the wet stuff inside and dry on the outside. When you have a ball, scrape off the spoon and knead it just until the flour is absorbed. Don't press the dough for more than a split second or it will stick to you. With one hand, you want to fold towards yourself and press. With the other hand, rotate the bowl. Fold, press, rotate. Fold, press, rotate. So, why do we need to be careful not to overmix this dough? Prolonged kneading makes the dough very elastic. Don't worry, this only happens after the flour absorbed the moisture, so for now we're okay. The upside is that it won't rip when stretched. The downside is that it behaves like a rubber band. You stretch it and it shrinks. You stretch it and it shrinks. I'm sure you've experienced it with store-bought pizza dough. Since we stop mixing this dough as soon as all the flour is absorbed, it doesn't shrink nearly as much and can easily stretch very, very thin. Ta-da! We have dough! Pinch it in half and you're good to go. More info about scaling this recipe is on my blog linked below this video. Not to miss shaping, baking and grilling pizza videos, don't forget to subscribe to Helen's Kitchen channel. And if you're ever in the Boston area, maybe I'll see you in one of my classes.